I want to talk to you about manifesting, and I'll just be upfront. I don't think Christianity and manifesting can mix. I know there's times when it feels like manifesting and faith actually can go along together. In fact, manifesting sometimes comes off like it's supposed to be this elite level of faith, this confidence that God's going to move, but it's not, I don't believe, the same. We've got to be discerning about it. In fact, Charles Spurgeon said, discernment is not knowing the difference between right and wrong. Discernment is knowing the difference between right and almost right. And so if we look at the scriptures where we always need to start, we see Satan maybe even try to get Jesus to manifest, to say, hey, turn these stones into bread. Jesus had been fasting, and so he had every reason to want to eat, but he says, no, man does not live by bread alone. And so I think to myself, if Jesus, who actually could speak things into existence, if Jesus didn't manifest and speak things into existence, who are we to think that this is what he wants for us? But at the core of it, we got to always ask is, what's our motive? Like, what are those nuances of why we want to manifest? Because I do think big faith is definitely a part of the Bible. I do think there's reasons maybe to even think this could work. You know, that with the faith of a mustard seed, we could move mountains. Our words are powerful in how we speak them, but let's get into the nuance. Manifesting, I believe, is selfish ambition. It's saying, this is what I want. But again, if we look at Jesus, prayer and manifesting aren't the same. It's not, this is what I want in prayer. Prayer is kingdom submission, not selfish ambition. Prayer is, I surrender to what God wants. We see Jesus in the garden saying, not my will, but your will. Again, the one who could speak things into existence, saying, I submit to your will. I want to do what the Father tells me. And so manifesting is saying to the universe, this is what I want. Make it so. Prayer is not the same. Prayer is saying not to the universe. Prayer is saying to the creator of the universe, your will be done, your kingdom come. It's a very different motive and it's a very different outcome. I want to submit to you that we should be careful and cautious of manifesting, but we should be confident in God's power to move. God has bigger plans and better plans than us. When we could submit our pace and we could submit our plans to Jesus, then things actually end up working better. Even Jesus submitted his plan to the Father. He says, I do what the Father tells me. And then he submitted his pace. Often he said, my hour has not yet come. And so I encourage you, don't live with selfish ambition, but instead it's a kingdom submission. It's not name it and claim it. It's not a law of attraction. It's a life of submission. God is not your stepping stone to what you want. God is the cornerstone to what we need. He's the beginning and the end. He's not a means to an end. He is the end. He is the prize. And so trust him, submit to his pace, submit to his plan. And I promise you, he has come to bring life and life to the fullest.